Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the EWU URC, home of the strobing ice halogens. Lights here in the building, strobing, because we had a little bit of an incident earlier. We had the fire drill go off, or the fire alarm go off. Had a couple of other incidents happen that caused Washington to be a little bit late. My name's Tyler Pisani, joined tonight by Gary Allen. And Gary, it's been pretty eventful, and the puck hasn't even dropped yet.
It has been a joy, I tell you. Coming in town, there was action on a wreck, then we got the drill. But I gotta congratulate you on that new position you got. That's a nice thing for you. You're a heck of a play-by-play, but it's a good move.
Well, I thank you very much. Yes, this will be. I will be stepping away after this game, at least for a little bit every season, or for the rest of this season, to take up some game day role, or take up a game day role with the Spokane Chiefs. But let's get right into this one here. We've got the Barrel House starting lineups for the Eastern Washington Eagles. Starting up front on the right, Luke Browning in the center. You've got Colin Purley, and on the left side, Morgan Ouellette. Back behind them on the right side is Sam Gilming, and on the left side, you've got the sophomore Hayden Boring out there for the University of Washington Huskies. You've got Lucas Carey, Mason Stephenhaus, Rayab Jeremine, Stephen Chewy, and Gordon Delap. A surprise in net for the Eagles, and a chance here for the Eagles out front. Morgan Ouellette fires it and then just gets blasted as he's trying to go around the backside of the goal. Surprise in net for the Eagles tonight is actually not who we thought it was going to be. It is the junior Tegan Ball. He's being backed up tonight by Tyler O'Donnell, the defenseman. Eastern Washington in the black, red, and white uniforms going from left to right. The Washington Huskies in the gold and purple uniforms going from right to left across your screen. And back behind the net, McKay with it, changes directions, almost a turnover in the attacking end, and now here comes Zach Minderman along the low wall. He's got one man to beat, fires a shot on net, bounces off the back wall, and a chance out front for Smith. He tried to poke that one home on the far post.
It'll be interesting to see what UW does. I haven't seen the team play for probably 4 years, so it'll be interesting.
Apologize for that. That was me pushing buttons over here on the audio board. Apologize for the way that sounded.
Oh, it's a nice job, Tyler. Good job of button pushing. It is. But it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing UW play.
And UW is 2-3 on the season. They went down to Boise and played in a showcase down there. Lost to Boise State, lost to San Jose State. Beat Cal Berkeley, I believe. By Zach Shaw, right inside of the Huskies zone. The leading scorer for the Huskies.
Shaw was definitely using his body out there, picking it up from 2 weeks ago. I can see that.
And this already looks like it's going to be a pretty physical game. We're just 3 minutes into the contest. Shaw with it again. Puck sent all the way back to his goaltender. That one looked accidental. And in net, I didn't actually mention his name, Bennett Jarvis for the University of Washington Huskies.
Well, it's good to see. Like I said, I haven't seen EWU play for 2 weeks now, and Shaw's picking up right where they were left off. This is definitely a physical game. There's no question.
And the Huskies, starting off the season, as I said, 2-3. Bennett Jarvis has been in the goal for all 365 minutes that they've played. And has 28 goals against, 191 saves. That equals an .872 save percentage here in Cheney. Pat Hanlon going with a deployment of goaltenders as he's played Tegan Ball and Jake Bowen pretty much equally so far this season. And tonight, as I said, we've got Tyler O'Donnell on the bench. I would think that we may see him at some point this weekend. Stevenson tripped up at the blue line. Still able to hold on to it at his knees. Finally able to get back to his feet and poking around with it. Finally, Keenan Smith comes away with it. But Stevenson back on his skates with it up the near side. He's got two men to his left. Gets it to the skates of a new player out there on the ice for the Eagles. Wiley Cheney, his first action in an Eagle uniform. The freshman came to Pat Hanlon earlier this month, said that he wanted to play hockey, had a hockey pedigree, and has earned himself a spot on the team. A breakaway opportunity for the Eagles. A shot and a big save by Tegan Ball. What a breakaway opportunity for Nels.
Tegan tracked that extremely well. He caught him looking up at the blue line coming in. He tracked him extremely well on that one. But Ball's been playing really well. When I watched him, he's been on top of his game.
Yes, he had a little bit of a number issue earlier on in the season. When he was at home, his black jersey says 32, his road jersey says 35, and he's not very happy that his road jersey says 35, except for his only win this season has come wearing the number 35.
So he may change his mind on that number.
Right now, breakaway opportunity for the Eagles, firing a shot. A big save there by Jarvis. A breakaway opportunity by Colin Purley. He's been a very good asset for the team so far this season.
Well, Jarvis has a quick pad. That was a nice leg kick by him. But so far it's been evenly matched. Both teams are trying to feel each other out, use a little body.
And Jeffs misplays the puck in the crease and puts it 5-hole on his own goaltender. That is not how the Eagles wanted to feel that one out.
Yeah, that was definitely obviously a mistake. And that's one thing I noticed 2 weeks ago when I watched the Eagles play Tech, that they lost that second game. It was on turnovers, unforced turnovers. There's another one right there. And so hopefully they shore that up throughout the season, because those unforced turnovers have hurt them for the last 2 losses.
Yeah, and that one just a mishandled puck right in the center of the crease, and you could see Tegan Ball was not happy about that after the play. So the Eagles now, they're going to have to do their best to get back into this one.
I know it's one thing with UW, their defense don't like to stand up people at the blue line. They're not letting them in at all.
And with the Eastern Washington team, they may have to adapt to that because they like to get in deep or get into the neutral zone and then just dump the puck deep.
And they may have to go to a dump and chase game if UW's doing it. Oh.
And that's going to be a penalty on number 19, Zach Shaw. Oh, no, I apologize. No penalty there.
Well, Minderman got a nice shot.
Oh, that was Minderman. The play was actually whistled dead for offside, and the official had his arm up, but I think it was just pointing down the ice, wasn't necessarily making a penalty call.
Well, it'll be interesting what they do. We have 4 officials tonight, so it'll be interesting how they call the game.
And we are just under 6 minutes into this contest. Eastern Washington trailing the University of Washington after an own goal. Matthew Jeffs playing with it inside of the crease, tried to pick it up and stick handle and put it right back between his goaltender's pads. So Eastern Washington playing from behind the 8 ball. A big shot there by Zakrajcek and right into the glove of Jarvis.
Well, it's early right now still in the game, but Jarvis definitely looks like he has quick reactions both with his pads and his glove hand. He moves extremely well side to side. Very impressive.
Well, the face-off on the far side, that one sent right up into the netting by Jared Kapelke. And we'll get a new puck here at center ice. And of course, as always, this broadcast of Eastern Washington University Hockey brought to you by Barrel House Pub and Pizza. Head over there after every game and get 10% off your bill just by showing them your tickets. Most games the players will be out there for a post-game party. Tonight, I'm guessing, due to our delays and due to the fact that players have a pretty early morning tomorrow as far as classes, there may not be a whole lot of them down there this evening. Big face-off win by the Eagles. Fed down to the far side, now back up top to Gilman. Gilman rips a shot about chest high right out front. A follow-up by Ouellette. And some good play there early by the Eagles right in front of the net. Some good puck movement for the Eagles, especially in the attacking zone. But here come the Huskies. With it in the neutral zone is Nels. Boring back behind his own goal. Still some pressure from Dixon. Now back into the neutral zone. And coming away with it is Boring. Boring's going to feed it right out front. Right to Browning. Kind of went off the backside of his stick and up right to the goaltender.
It'll be interesting. Eastern will start taking different shots, see if they can go up high on Jarvis or low, because right now he's just like a brick wall. They may have to try to move him a little bit to try to figure out if there's a weak spot.
Well, and they've been doing a good job of cycling the puck, at least so far in this one. And if you're going to move the big goaltender, that's how you're going to have to do it. I will say a pleasant surprise of the fire alarm going off earlier was it's a lot cooler in here than it was. It was probably 75 degrees up where we're sitting, and we feel the air kick on here. A lot more manageable now. Smith, a big pass up to Minderman. Minderman's got Smith out front. Minderman's just going to take the shot. Goaltender didn't know where the puck was. Lucky for him, none of the Eagles could get their stick on it and wrap it around that far post because he thought he had it.
I think if you look at Jarvis right there, how he hugged the post, even though he didn't see it, but he knew in the general vicinity where it was coming. The guy looks extremely on top of his game right now.
And with it is McKay behind his own net. He's going to bring it up the near side. No turns and fires to the far side where Maiko has it. Maiko feeds it ahead to Smith. Smith loses it. Minderman loses it. Now here comes UW. Cinderella has it. Fires a shot. He is the leading goal scorer for their team. Cinderella, 5 goals in 6 appearances. 8 points. And face-off won by UW. Shot right through the crease of Tegan Ball. And again, these pucks keep coming right up to him, but far enough away that he doesn't have to worry about him too much. Shaw now going to chase it deep into the corner. Takes it all the way to the far side. Calling for it is Pearly as he enters the zone. Winds up, takes a shot, but just wide of the puck. Wasn't able to get a lot on that. Shaw back into his own end now. He's going to bring it up the far side. Has it knocked away from him just as he comes across the blue line.
Again, there was Shaw using the body again. He's real comfortable on that side of play.
Now somebody you don't often see throw his body around. Nathan Clark laying a hit down in the near side corner of the Washington end. A good poke check there by Stevenson. He turned away and didn't chase it. With it is Dixon. His pin to the boards. Now clearly in the crowd here at the URC getting into it. A swing and a miss allows the puck up into the neutral zone, but Ottness can't hold on to it. Back towards his own goal is Nels. Another shot patted away by Tegan Ball.
Ball's definitely sharp right now. You can see he's seeing everything really well, moving extremely with ease actually inside post to post.
And really, you could say that he's got a shutout going in the sense that Washington hasn't scored on him yet. The one goal coming, just a bad bounce off of the stick of Matthew Jeffs.
Again, both teams are evenly matched right now. Their shots on goal are 4 apiece, and they're playing a nice game with each other. So it'll be interesting who will try to make the first basic gamble, see if they can bust it open a little bit.
Here come the Eagles with numbers. Kapelke on the far side, Wiley in the middle, and they're just going to dump it in and get fresh legs out on the ice after the faceoff. Carey puts it into the neutral zone, but coming away with it is Boring. Boring splits the defenders to Zakrajcek. That young man coming to this team from the BC team here on campus this offseason. He's got 5 goals and 5 assists, Zakrajcek does, through just 4 games.
He has a nice game. He's a good hockey player. He has a lot of skills.
He does, and the games last weekend against Eastern Washington, they came away with 2 forfeit wins after Portland State wasn't able to field enough players to get a full team coming down here. Ouellette trying to hold up on that one, not able to, knocked back into the neutral zone, and now knocked away from Boring. Boring follows through on the hit on his man, and now low side is Browning. Browning plays it off the wall. He's got Zakrajcek behind him. A good move by Browning, but a good save there by Jarvis. And you're right, he does take up a lot of that right side of the net.
He does. He moves extremely well.
Gilman fires it back into the corner. Boring gives it just enough to get to Ouellette. Ouellette trying to get it back to Boring, but has it taken away by Michalek. These big hits here in the building. After the fire alarm, it cleared out a little bit, but we're back to about 50%. It's some huge hits here by the Eagles on the Huskies, and now they've got numbers. Lindemann, he's got a run out front. Tries to give it to him to tip in, but just off the toe of his stick.
Ouellette did an excellent job. He laid a big check on it, kept on with the play, and got a nice shot off on goal.
Nels fires a shot now down behind the net. And I think Eastern Washington's going to have to continue playing that way with the big hits if they want to stay in this one.
Well, I think what they're doing with UW is the defense, when they're standing them up, they're just starting to use body, and they're getting in deep. They just have to try to move Jarvis a little bit more.
Smith and Minderman down there in the corner. Minderman still with it, turns, fires a shot wide of the net, bounces all the way back out to the near side hash marks. And they'll say that's icing if it gets behind the line, and it does, despite Stephen Haas giving chase.
Jarvis being a butterfly goalie, he's really, really quick when he goes down that stance. His pads are very fast, and that's why I'm wondering if Eastern may want to start trying to go upstairs on him. The kid's playing really well tonight. Of course, he's so small. He's having a great game, too, so the goalies are definitely doing their jobs.
7:48 left to go here in this first period. Eastern Washington's only goal given up was off of their own stick as Matthew Jeffs sticks it in just past his own goaltender on a mishandled puck inside the crease. But Eastern Washington hasn't let up since then.
No, actually both teams are playing extremely well right now.
Both teams even in shots, 5 apiece. Jeffs back out there again, wisely plays it behind the net. Over to the far side, Maiko, he gives it near side to Minderman. Minderman's got Smith right down the center, fakes the shot, is knocked off of the puck. Actually ended up right at his feet, spun around and kicked it back in. Pearlie fires a shot from inside of the neutral zone that just barely bounces its way to Jarvis. Washington now looking to set something up, coming the other way.
Well, there's no question the Huskies are playing the man on the defense, but they're letting Eastern shoot the puck in, but they're just taking the guy right now.
And Thompson has it, spins, fires it into the corner. The first player there going to be Michalek. And he pushes it ahead to Smith. Smith ahead to Nels. Nels, a bouncy puck inside the crease again. This time the Eagles able to knock it away, and we'll see there's a penalty coming. It's going to be a slash. And you typically see those kind of penalties on a breakaway like that, and players trying to do anything desperately just to keep that shot from going off.
But you got to give Thompson a lot of credit on that. He tracked the whole play, and if it wasn't for him knocking it out of the crease, that would have went in. He did an extremely nice job of following the play.
So that's going to be Colin Pearlie going to sit 2 minutes for a slash.
But that's Pearlie's game. He's rough. He likes to play a physical game, so he's going to get caught a few times on it, but I do like his style of play. He did excellent 2 weeks ago. He should just pick it up where he left off.
Eastern Washington going to have to put their power play team to use now. And a good cover up there by Ball as the puck squirts just right back to him.
Somewhat a little bit of confusion. Well, we got Cinderella talking to the referee. I'm not sure what.
It seems like they had, I think, And yes, Eastern Washington on the penalty kill here. Not the way that they wanted to, not where they wanted to be in the first period. But a good dump there into the neutral zone. Skating back with it is Christian Cinderella. Circles behind his own goal. Washington doesn't really look to be in any sort of a hurry coming down the ice. Wasting a good 15 seconds before they put it into the zone.
Yeah, no question, they're trying to set up their power play, starting with the red line. They were very methodical on trying to get it set up.
Roulette gets it into the neutral zone, and there was a good chance there by Zakrajcek. Had that puck gotten through, he would have been all alone. Jeff's with it again. He's going to hold on to it, waste some time. Eastern looking to make something happen on the penalty kill. Zakrajcek now, he gets it right in front. He had a man waiting on the far side, and that was Roulette. And now the Eagles got to get back on defense. Jeffs lets the man skate past him as he can't hold on to it, but the puck able to get him just far enough to where that puck goes through the crease and isn't really a problem for Ball.
Zakrajcek is playing an outstanding game tonight. He did 2 weeks ago too. He's just a good hockey player.
Most definitely. And that one tipped up into the netting. 5:08 to go in this first period. Just 41 seconds left on Colin Purley's 2-minute minor for slashing.
Yeah, very evenly played game. It's been an exciting game to watch right now. Both teams seem to still be filling each other out. But well played by both sides.
That one back to Makalek. A huge stick by Stevenson. Just couldn't get it around, and nobody there to cover up Fitzgibbon, and I believe that was Lynn that poked that one home. Actually, it might have been Smith.
That was a nice give and go. That was a no-look pass. Smith was sitting there in top of the key. Not much Ball can do with that one. That was an excellent play.
Yeah, and again, this is the reason that Eastern Washington needs to stay out of the net. And it's been it's been a program-wide concern here for the last couple of years. Is the penalty kill situation for the team.
Well, on that one, it just seemed like the D-man kind of lost the player. And again, it was great no-look pass.
Stevenson out front to Smith. Smith swinging a miss there. That one shot deflected back up and in front of the net. Michael with it now. He's looking for somebody out front. He had Stevenson coming. Smith picks his spot. And what a save by Jarvis Smith, getting that puck right in between the hash marks. He could have picked anywhere he wanted, and he picked a good spot, but Jarvis just a little bit quicker than him.
Incredible reflexes right now. That's all I'm seeing out of him. His reflexes are quick, accurate, and he knows exactly where he wants to put the puck if there is any kind of rebound.
Well, and a good opportunity there for the Eagles, but Jarvis able to come away with that. Now a breakaway for the Huskies, and a good defensive stand there as DeLapp came in pretty much unperturbed, and McKay was able to knock that away. McKay with it now through the center of his own zone. He's going to push it ahead to Shaw. Here comes Shaw across the blue line. He's got Clark streaking in the center. Shaw takes a shot, and it's covered up.
Even though I've been glowing on Jarvis and net, I really like what Eastern's doing. They're continually putting pressure on him, and they're not fazed by his quickness, and that's good to see because they're flooding the net right now. They're just sending basically 4 guys to the net right now.
Roulette with it. He's got Zakrajcek out front. Tried to get it to him, and that one up into the netting. I'm sorry, that was Browning out front. We do have to say a special get well to Tyler Erickson, who was injured up in Bellingham when the team took on Western Washington. That second game ended up breaking his ankle. but went through surgery on Wednesday, and from everything I've heard, it went well. He's half bionic now, so that should make him an even better hockey player.
Oh, that's good to hear, though. Those injuries are tough to take at this early in the season.
Well, and he doesn't live on the bottom floors of his apartment complex either, so he had a real tough week and a half trying to before they were able to fix it.
Yeah, he may have to talk to them about making a move.
McKay fires it down. Zakrajcek with it behind the net. He's trying to feed it out front, but couldn't get it past the skates of Chiu. Now McKay has it. He's going to feed it all the way up into the neutral zone. Nobody able to get it there for the Eagles. But now Browning with it right at the center stripe. He makes one man miss. He's still got a hold of it. A little miscommunication between him and Ouellette, and now sending it back the other way is Dixon.
That is good to see. Eastern definitely is flooding 4 guys at the top of the goal, leaving 1 player back, and that's nice because they're getting a lot of pressure on Jarvis right now.
Now that is Lynn taken away in the neutral zone, but not far enough. The Huskies still with the puck. Eastern Washington able to knock it away, but just as far as the nearest Husky, 3 or 4 times there. And now here comes Minderman. On the near side, he's got Boring. He tries to give it back to him, and Boring just a couple of steps too far to the right. The linesman gets that one trapped up in his skates. A lucky break there for the Eagles. Now all the way back to Gilming. Gilming tries to fire it ahead, but picked out of the neutral zone by Dixon. Nels fires it, patted away by Ball. Just over a minute and a half left here in this first period. Eagles trail the Huskies 2-0. Boring has it knocked off of his stick. Maiko thinks about going one way, hesitates, goes the other way. And that ends up in another turnover for the Eagles. Minderman fires a shot off of the skates of Lynn. That one right up front to Smith. Smith can't get enough of it. He had Stevenson behind him and tried to backhand it to him. All the defenders were on the other side of the ice. That would have been a nice open look for him. Minderman and Smith come together there at the top of the zone. Shot fired, and now with it is McAluck. Picking it up is Carey. Carey put into the boards by Purley. Purley's got to come back across the blue line and kill off that delayed offside. Under a minute here, 42 seconds. Shot fired. Clark going to pick it up on the low wall. Try and get it all the way back to Purley, but doesn't get enough of it. Clark still has it. He's knocked off of the puck. A couple of players knocked around down there, and again, of course, Zach Shaw coming in to clean up the mess. I think he's having too much fun hitting guys tonight.
He does like to use the body.
That's going to be a boarding call, I would guess, on Stevenson, but it almost looked like the two just kind of got their skates tangled. Stevenson just finished the process of him falling down. Oh, they're going to say check from behind? So Eastern Washington going to likely head into the intermission down a man. Oh, cross check, okay. And actually they won't, as it looks like Stephen Haas going to sit as well. These penalties coming 19:42 of the third period. Stephen Haas for Western, Stevenson for Eastern. And we're going to play 4-on-4 hockey here, so lots of open ice. And now here comes Cinderella. And luckily Bowen coming out and poking that away. A shot as he entered the zone by Smith. 5 seconds remaining, and almost another bad play there by the Eagles as that went off of McKay's skate and just wide of the post.
That was close. That was as close as the other one that went in on ball. But it has been an interesting first period. The shot's 8-7 Eastern's favor. It's been a good, tight game.
It has been so far, and I'll be really interested to see how these teams come out. I know Coach Hanlon's been working on his team as far as stamina and using this open ice this week. So a 4-on-4 situation may benefit the Eagles as we head into the first break here.
They just got to stay out of the box. Right now they're struggling on the penalty kill, so if they can stay out of the box, they'll be in good shape.
Well, and we are going to step away here. We will be back in about 15 minutes or 18 minutes, somewhere around there, so stick around, don't go anywhere. 20 minutes on the clock right now, but I'm guessing that's not going to stay there. So stick around, we'll be back with the second period of Eastern Washington University men's hockey right here on YouTube. Eastern Washington University Recreation Center, home of the Eastern Washington Eagles, for this first of a 4-game weekend in the building. 3 games for this ACHA team, starting tonight against the University of Washington Huskies. They'll play tomorrow and Saturday against the Montana State Bobcats. And then Sunday, the BCIHL team, a 2 o'clock matinee game against the Selkirk Saints. My name's Sally Pisani. Joining me today, Gary Allen. And Gary, what a first period. We had a couple of odd goals for the Huskies, put them up 2-0, and we'll start this period 4-on-4.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how EWU adjusts to Jarvis. Right now they're having trouble trying to figure out where to put the puck. I think they need to go up high on him, top shelf, see if they can make him move a little bit more. And
so far, Eastern Washington out shooting the Huskies 8-7. Zakrajcek with it. He's just going to take it right to the net, takes a shot. And he tried to do exactly what you said. He tried to go up top, but drove it in just a little bit too close. We're at 4-on-4 at the moment, and now here come the Huskies. What a save, and that's not good. That was a good knockaway by Boring, but ended up taking out Tegan Ball in the process. And I believe that's Christian Cinderella, the leading scorer for the Huskies, down on the ice, right behind the net. All 3 of those players, a real hard fall. A good play by Boring to knock that puck away, but a little bit dangerous there.
Yeah, but Boring, you could tell there was no intent on his part. He got the puck. It's just unfortunate that his skates went out, but there was no malicious activity on his part on that takeout. It is unfortunate the gentleman's hurt.
And if you're a Huskies fan watching this, you're cringing a little bit because he's responsible for 8 of the Huskies' points so far this season.
Yeah, you could tell how quick he was when he went in. And Bourne caught a little bit flat-footed, but again, no intent to injure on his part. It was just an unfortunate collision that they had.
And we've got 2 players in the box at the moment, actually, and they are going to sit down Hayden Boring after that. So they're going to have a lot of open ice now. This penalty coming just 30 seconds into the period. Hayden Boring going to sit. We'll find out exactly what for. It looks like for a trip.
It's good to see Cinderella back up on his feet coming off the own ice. He was a little ginger on his ankle, but at least he got up on his own power. So that's a good sign for the UW team.
Yeah, so right now we started the period 4-on-4 as Stevenson for the Eagles and Stephen Haas for the Huskies. Both picked up minor penalties late in that second period. Right now we're going to have 4-on-3 hockey, so the Huskies on a power play here.
You can see UW, their power play, they're trying to cycle up on top, and they're sneaking a guy in behind, so hopefully Eastern's D will pick that up.
And there's a lot of extra room out there with only 7 players on the ice. And a chance here for the Eagles if Perry can get on his horse. He gets just past Smith, but he's not able. And as I say that, he does get a shot on the net.
That was a nice play by Pearly, but again, Jarvis, he kicks his leg out, and the rebound goes off in the corner, no harm.
This is a very fast line for the Eagles out there with Pearly, Zakrajcek, and Ouellette, enabling them to be a little bit more aggressive on the forecheck here, even though that they're on the penalty kill. Zakrajcek with it behind the net. He's going to try and wrap it around. Looking for a bounce, doesn't get it. But again, being that it's 4-on-3, he's the only one in the attacking zone at the moment.
Well, you're right. This is a nice flank. They are putting on an offensive push, even though they're down one guy.
And that was a very veteran move by Zakrajcek. He put it all the way back into the neutral zone, even though he had Ouellette skating through the attacking zone there.
Smart player. He's a very heads-up hockey player.
And now back to just a 5-on-4 as Stevenson and Stephen Haas exit the boxes. 35 seconds left to go on that penalty. Makalek puts it down into the corner. Lynn going to pick it up. He has it bounce right out front. Lucky for the Eagles, Jeffs was there to slap it away into the corner. Now behind the net is Smith. He's going to feed it all the way up to the near side points, and it gets away from him. Browning comes in. He's got some speed. Browning trips across the blue line, but able to stick with the puck. He's got a man out front, and that was Jenny. Jenny's going to put it in, far side. 6 seconds left on the penalty. Looks like the Eagles will be able to kill this one off.
That was a nice power penalty kill that the Eastern did on that one. They did a really nice job of swamping the players on that.
And some good defense there on the breakaways by the Eagles. Here comes Boring. He's back out on the ice, tries to get it to Michael just underneath the blade of his stick. That one back into the neutral zone. Browning, as he falls down, puts it back into the Washington end. Now picking it up is DeLapp. DeLapp over the blue line, sends it into the corner, and Minderman picks it up on the far side as he loses an edge. Michael kicks it to his own skate and gets it into the neutral zone, but right there to pick it up with Steven Haas. Now with it is DeLapp. DeLapp tries to put a shot on net, and he's put into the boards by the forearm of Stevenson. That's something we didn't see the last home stretch here for the Eagles, was Stevenson throwing his body around a lot. He was really timid the last time we saw him, but doesn't seem to have any problem using his size.
His game's a little different than 2 weeks ago. He did more offense. This time he's using his body more frequently, and he's playing a better game right now than he did the second game 2 weeks ago.
Good save by Purley. He's going to put a shot on net, bouncing around, and somehow, I don't even know how Jarvis saw that, but it ended up in his glove.
He's just quick, and it'll be interesting to see what Eastern, how they can adjust to his quickness.
16-19 to go in the second period. The Eagles trailing 2-0 on their home ice. The opening game of this weekend.
But again, if you look at Eastern, they're having a really good, solid hockey game. They're ahead 10-7 on shots. It's an evenly matched game. They're just not getting the bounces right now. They got to give them credit. They're putting a lot of pressure on UW right now. It's just right. Jarvis, if he wasn't standing on his head so much, this game would be totally different on the scoreboard. But it's good to see Eastern. They're not giving up. They keep on putting pressure on them, It'll be interesting if they can get one in to see if that'll open up Jarvis a little bit.
And Clark able to keep that one in, at least for the moment. Gilming loses it, but back there on defense is Boring, and he's going to bring it across the blue line. He's got help behind him, and he's going to take it all the way to the front of the net. Gets that shot on, and Jarvis closes that chicken wing and able to keep that one out of the net.
The Eagles are not letting up. Relentless pressure they're putting on UW right now, and they're backtracking a little bit. You can see on their skates they're just not sure what to do with Eastern's pressure.
Now behind his own net is Makalek. And Boring again picks it up in the neutral zone, fires a shot, this time wide of the net with 15.5 to play here in the second period. The Eagles don't look like they have the energy that they had earlier on in this period.
No, but if they keep putting the offensive pressure like they've done so far in the first 5 minutes of this period, it will be interesting to see if one will trickle in past Jarvis. But right now, he's the reason why UW's up 2-0 right now, no question about that. And it's not that UW's playing a bad game, but he is just standing on his head, like I said earlier.
Absolutely. That one to McKay. He's able to keep it in, but just barely. And there's Wiley able to get there and help out. Right out front, Clark. And we'll have a delayed penalty. And I'm sorry, that was Kapelke that got the puck right at the top of the crease and lost it in his skates.
Someone got an elbow call, if I'm not mistaken.
It looks like it is going to be...
Looks like it's going to go against
Stephen Chiu. That penalty coming 4 minutes and 46 seconds into the period. Chiu for an elbow, and Eastern Washington going to be on the power play for the first time tonight. As I said, Pat Hanlon worked on the special teams this week. Now's the chance to see if his team was able to pick anything up.
This could be the break they're looking for right now.
Zakrajcek on the far side. He's going to bring it up to the top. With it is Boring. Boring back to Zakrajcek. Zakrajcek fires a shot, tipped around in front, and again, Jarvis with a reaction save.
I'm running out of things to say about Jarvis. He tracked that puck, and it changed directions twice on him, and he still got the puck, and he had a crowd in front of him.
Yeah, if the Huskies win this game, it is going to be thanks to Bennett Jarvis.
Absolutely no question. But Eastern's still putting a lot of pressure on the Huskies.
Shot fired by Purley, and the first miscue we've seen from Jarvis. Pass out front, and nobody there, but Jarvis had that in his glove, and it bounced out. And almost gave the Eagles an opportunity. Got a minute and a half left on the penalty. That goes all the way back to Purley. Purley going to slow it down behind his own net, giving a little bit of pressure as Nels. Now with speed as a Krychek. Along the low wall, he's got two men in the middle. He's going to take it all the way himself. Tries to feed it to somebody out front or somebody back at the point. Nobody there. Now with it is Purley. Purley back along his own blue line. Right in front of his bench to Browning. Browning's got Ouellette on the near side, but tipped as the pass was coming through. Ouellette back to Boring. Boring to Ouellette. Ouellette thinks about it. And a back pass to Boring and right through his legs. Ouellette now all the way back to his own blue line. Comes through the neutral zone across his own blue line, or across the Washington blue line. And a nice little move. Browning now takes a shot. And Jarvis now giving up a couple of rebounds on this power play. Something that we haven't seen him do yet this game. Purley on the far side. He fires a shot right into the blocker. And another shot by Purley. This one takes out a Husky player. There's a Husky player down on the far side as it looks like he got Purley's shot right in the midsection. Boring right out front there, somebody. Nobody able to get their stick on it, though. That was Browning that was waiting out front. And that's going to do it for the penalty, I would think, as Ball covers that up. And Purley took exception to the icing on Ball.
Well, they put a little ice on him, and that one you would have liked to saw Purley just kind of put that in the back of his mind and at a later time maybe let him know.
And we do have a roster correction. I apologize. That is not Mason Stephenhaus, number 3. That is actually Friedman.
You got to give Eastern a lot of credit on that power play. They were all over the top of Jarvis, and it just stood his ground. But Ouellette, and I tell you, that kid, he's got some nice stick qualities with him. He's an excellent hockey player.
And that is that could be a very dangerous power play unit when they've had more time on the ice together.
It'll be interesting.
Ouellette, Purley, Zakrychek, Browning, and all the way down to Jarvis.
Again, Purley, he just took objection to the snow on top of his goalie, so you can't really fault him on that one. Just the timing was a little off.
Shot and bounced just over the top of the net, and a good opportunity there by Cinderella. Good to see that he's back out there on the ice now.
Yeah, he's not showing any effects on his ankle. That is real good to see.
That one right out front. And a bouncing puck. Was that Cinderella that was able to find the back of the net?
It looked like it to me. I'm not 100% sure, but it looked like it.
They're going to say no goal, in fact.
Well, it kind of looked, and when I was watching it, and I'm trying to find the player's number, it looked like he tried to kick it in on the outside of the post.
And we'll see if that's what happened. And that's, I thought Christian Cinderella had gone a little bit too deep there with his stick.
Truly, it was the one I was picking up on the side of the post that had a kicking motion. I can't say he did for sure, but that's what it looked like to me.
Well, that would be, if they're going to call it off, I can imagine that's why. The officials here in front of us seem to be having a disagreement about what happened there as well. But there's a lot of bodies in front of the net. You never know what's going to happen there. Eastern Washington still on the penalty kill. 1:12 to go on that Purley minor. 12:26 left in the period.
Eastern has done a lot better job in this penalty kill than previous when I've seen them.
And a good dig there by Boring, able to get it out of the corner. Browning with it. He swings and misses. 45 seconds left on the power play for the Huskies. And that one is a definite goal. Cinderella has it tipped in by Friedman. At least it looked that way.
Yeah, it was a definitely tip in. Ball had no shot on that one. It was right toward the end. I wasn't sure which Husky player got a stick on it, but that was a nice play by them.
It was a good setup. I'm watching the play now, and he just came right across the blue line and got just enough of it. That goal coming 8 minutes, 2 seconds.
Who do you think got that? I wasn't sure. It looked like Stephen Haas was in front of the net also, so it'll be interesting who got that goal.
And no, they are going to give it to Cinderella. So that is his 6th goal on the season. The leading scorer on the team now by 4 goals.
He's an outstanding hockey player. And we can look that up. I'd like to see where he's played before at because he's got a high skill level. But again, he's still bit him again.
And we're going to have a delayed penalty again coming against Eastern.
Shaw took liberties.
That was a big hit, and it got the crowd into it. But sometimes you've got to make the determination of when that should happen and when it shouldn't.
Yeah, he's been okay, but he took a couple of extra shots on Lynn, and that's what the referee thought. It was like the third shot he did on him. If he would have just skated away, he would have been fine.
This penalty coming 8:44.
But if you look at it, the shots on goal right now, 14-7, Eastern's favor. They're actually outplaying the Huskies offense, but they just can't get it by Jarvis.
That one out front, all the way across. Dangerous play with the extra attacker. Look at his Nels. Nels fires a shot and ball able to hold on to that one. And now the Eastern players taking exception to the Huskies getting a little bit too close to their goaltender after that last incident.
That was a nice job by Ball tracking that puck because there was a lot of traffic in front of him, and he stuck with it. That was a nice play by him. Well, Eastern's just going to definitely have to stop getting on the shorthanded. They've struggled all year with that, and they're continuing to let the Huskies take advantage of it.
Well, and really, even if they're not giving up goals shorthanded, they're definitely not scoring with only 4 men on the ice. And with a 3-goal deficit, you've got to get as much firepower as you can as we tick towards the midway point of this game.
Plus, it's really using a lot of energy on the penalty killers. A lot of exertion when you're out there 1 man down. People don't understand that, but yeah, you keep going down and down. Sooner or later, it catches up to you, and I don't care how your fitness is. Sooner or later, it starts taking a toll.
Well, and it's always a lot tougher on the defense because they've got to be reactionary. The offense can kind of set up their stuff. They know where they're going. It takes a lot more energy to react to a play than to set it up.
And even for the goaltender, because he's got more shots he has to face because they're down a man. And so it takes a toll on them also.
And coming through the neutral zone now is the Huskies. That was Friedman. And now that is Michael. He's got Browning on the near side. He gives it to Browning. Browning takes a shot. Oh, what a kick save by Bennett Jarvis. And now coming the other way are the Huskies.
That was a nice takeaway.
Boring gets it to Browning. Browning holds on to it for just a second before he loses it.
Boring's flying around the ice right now. He's hitting things, going after the puck. He's doing an excellent job. In a bit, I would like to see if we can do a little research on Jarvis to find out where he played before at, because I don't know what's happened this year. His goals percentage isn't that high, but this kid is incredible right now. If fans could see him play right now, he's been playing remarkable. And like I said, I'm running out of things to say about him because he is just phenomenal.
Well, he played in he's got a credit for being on the roster of the Seattle Totems in the Western States Hockey League, but no games played there. Excuse me, no games played there. He played 31 games last year for the Huskies. Had a 3.44 goals against average, but a .9 save percentage.
He's played somewhere before, because if he didn't play for the Totems, he played somewhere because he didn't learn this skill in 31 games.
And here comes Zach Minderman, and off of the bench, is Wiley. Cheney, he takes a shot. Miniman was there looking for the rebound. Wiley Cheney came off of the bench right at the blue line. That is the plus side of this long change in the second period for teams, because they happened to change at just the right time.
Yeah, Cheney snuck in behind the UW and didn't even know that he was out on the ice. That was a nice play by him.
9:07 left to play here in this second period. The Huskies leading the hometown Eagles 3-0, but overall a pretty evenly matched game.
Well, that's what I'm finding interesting, Tyler. I mean, if you look at it, Eastern's almost doubled up on the shots on goal. They're matching really well. The score's just not indicating it.
Well, and two of the Husky goals coming on the power play. The other one, an own goal scored by Matthew Jeffs of the Eagles. Menderman looks to skate through the player in front of him. That was Lynn that he tried to get around. Now McKay snatches that out of the air, has his pocket picked by Nels. Purley there to take the puck away from Nels, and now Menderman snatches it out of the air, holds onto it. He's got Smith in the middle, trying to backhand it to him, now picking it up. A shot by Riley off of the crossbar. We'll have a delayed penalty coming against the Huskies. The Eastern Washington going to go on their second power play of the night. And finally touched up. Well, still not touched up by the Huskies. The Eagles doing a good job maintaining possession here. They've got all 6 skaters on the ice. Minderman gets it there, and they're going to say that was a hand pass. And a cross check coming. The Eagles going to have that man advantage, and hopefully they'll be able to do something with it. This penalty coming 12 minutes, 5 seconds into the second period. That will be Dave Lynn headed to the box for a cross check.
Although most of the time when you're on the power play is crucial, but this one I think is very important for the Eagles to try to get on the board with this one.
Well, they've got 4 players here lined up on the far side. A very good lined up play as Purley was standing right in front of the Eagles bench. There was 4 players over here taking the face-off or in the face-off circle, and Purley was waiting on the other side. The Eagles won the face-off and passed it right over to him, catching the Huskies a little off guard. Unfortunately, the pass wasn't on the money. So Krychek takes a shot. Clark now with the backhand. So Krychek didn't get enough of that one and just kind of bounced over to Clark, who tried to backhand it in. But they're going to have to do a little bit better than that to get past Jarvis.
Well, yeah, it's interesting watching Jarvis on that one, how he moved from right to left and didn't take his eye off the puck at all. And he just is really comfortable inside that in his goal crease. He's very, very talented.
7:23 to go in the second period. 1:39 left on the Eagles' power play. They win another face-off. Here's a Krychek with it to Boring. All the way to the far side to Purley. Purley winds up, takes a shot just wide of the net. Back up to the near side, point to Boring. Boring down to Ouellette. Ouellette going to go back to Boring. Boring thinks about the shot, decides to go back to Ouellette. Ouellette back to Boring. Boring puts a shot on net, and we're going to have a delayed penalty coming against the Huskies. So the Eagles going to get a chance at the 5-on-3. As we'll see another Husky sent to the box. A hook, it looks like. I'm sorry, a hold. This one coming in exactly the 13-minute mark. And it is going to be Christian Cinderella.
This is a nice lineup Eastern has on their power play. They move really well together. And it seems like they're starting to develop some skill level with each other, and they kind of know where each other is going to be.
And now lots of open ice for a minute 16. The Eagles moving the puck the way that they had been. This is definitely going to be a test of their power play ability. A shot deflected away by Jarvis. Zakrychek now back to Purley. Purley down to Zakrychek. Zakrychek near side to Boring. Back to Purley. Purley fires a shot. He tried to get it to Ouellette, and it was deflected out front. Now back to Boring. Ouellette down low. Back to Boring. He's crashing the net right into the chest of Jarvis. And that one bouncing right into the glove of Jarvis. but a good crashing the net moment by Trevor Zakrajcek as he was ready for that puck to fall, even had his stick back and cocked, and just wasn't able to do anything with it.
That was an excellent puck movement by the Eagles on that power play. They moved it around extremely well, knew what they wanted to try to do, and I liked how they set one guy behind the net. Unfortunately, went right to Jarvis.
Now with it is Jenny. Jenny back to Matthews. I'm sorry, Jeffs. Minderman has it. Taken off of his stick by Browning. Wiley, Jenny. Jenny with it again. Fires a shot just right of the net. Jeff's now going to have to chase it on the far side. 30 seconds left on the 5-on-3. Left back for Smith. Smith to Minderman. Minderman fires a shot. No look, so wide of the net. And now the Huskies looking to just dump it down out of the reach of Minderman. Ball going to hold it up for him. 12 seconds, 10 seconds left on the 5-on-3. When this expires, they'll have about 47 seconds of a 5-on-4. But they'll look to get one more attack here with the extra man. Minderman going to take it right up front. And Browning with it, back to 5-on-4. Browning puts it across the middle, but again, Husky skates get in the way, and now a foot race as here comes Lynn. He just exited the box. Jenny with it. Skates through the near circle across his own blue line. He's going to feed it ahead to Minderman, who loses it as he comes across the Huskies line. That one sent all the way back down the ice. 20 seconds left on the power play. The Huskies may be able to kill this off. Jeff's back behind his own net. Eagles don't look to be in any hurry as this penalty ticks down. Smith with it, carries it along the far side. Back into the neutral zone. Jeff's with it. He's got to watch the attacker coming from behind. That one caught up in some skates as players were getting onto the bench. Lucky the Eagles didn't get called for too many men there, and another good save by Tegan Ball. A swing and a miss by Lynn. He was looking for that one-timer on the bouncing puck out front. Now with it is Boring on the far side. He's going to bring it up into the neutral zone. Minderman with it across the blue line. Going to fire the shot as it comes across the blue line. Off of the bench is Ouellette. Ouellette going to drive to the net front, puts it out front for Zakrajcek. And again, the Eagles just inches away from being able to connect. Boring with it in the neutral zone. He's going to feed it ahead just a little bit. Tipped in by Purley. Ouellette comes together with Carey. And Ouellette ends up down on the ice. That one bounces right to Purley out front. Another good opportunity for the Eagles. It just bounces just wide. Boring able to hold it in. No, he's not back into the neutral zone. And that one now knocked away as Friedman brings it up the near side. A desperation check by Clark, and it gets the job done, at least enough to slow down the attacking Friedman.
I'll tell you, Eastern is doing an outstanding job of putting relentless pressure on UW. They have not given up at all in this game.
3 minutes, 46 seconds left in the second period, with the Huskies leading by a score of 3-0.
He's having a really solid game tonight as Jennings is making his debut. He is playing outstanding tonight, and I haven't seen him before.
Yeah, for somebody that he's making his debut tonight on the fourth forward line, but he has seen quite a bit of ice time. He's been out there he's the second line power play guy.
He's got a high skill level to his game. But again, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Eagles. Some teams would start folding right now down 3-0. They took the play to the UW. They're doing a really nice job of hanging in with this game, and they're not giving up.
And the Eagles looking to get a late change on. They've got too many men on the ice at the moment. They're trying to get guys off of the ice.
There's a bit confusion going on here.
Clark was trying to get back to the bench. The official told him no, go back to the face-off, but there was already 5 guys out there. That one kicked ahead by Stevenson. I'm sorry, that was Thompson. 3:26 to go, 25. Eagles out shooting the Huskies 17-9 so far in this one. A good defensive play there by Hayden Boring. Bouncing around out front, dangerous puck. His ball didn't know where it was for a second. And now that is Cheney. Just talked about him coming through the defensive zone. That one all the way up to Boring. It was touched up in the neutral zone. Wouldn't have been icing, but there to slow it down was Cinderella. Pearly takes it back behind his own net. Cheney has it. He holds on to it, puts it off the side of his net, and almost another bad puck by the Eagles. That's their third one that Balls had to stop tonight. As we saw, the first one went in from Jeffs, the second one off of the skate of McKay, almost went into the near post. That one just a mishandled pass by Cheney.
It almost looked like Cheney was trying to pass himself off the post, and he got a little too close to Ball, and good thing he was paying attention.
Lynn takes it, fires a shot into the crowd, but off of somebody's skates. Now here comes Minterman up the far side. The captain brings it across the blue line. He's got Michael right next to him. A little bit too close for comfort there. Didn't pass it and ended up going the other way. Now a foot race between Stevenson and DeLapp. That one almost turning into a tragedy for the Eagles.
It almost cost him on being a little bit lazy with the puck.
That one sent down into the corner. McKay picks it up, goes behind the net. And he's knocked down. Smith on the far side. In front of him is Maiko. That's where he goes with the puck. Smith gaining on Maiko. Fisher, the linesman, ends up getting in the way of the breakaway there. The Eagles still trying to poke that one home. And we're going to have a delayed penalty coming against Smith for a high stick.
That one's questionable. That was totally inadvertent at all. I'm not sure what the ref was saying, but again, he's closer to the action than I am, but not really. This may sound strange, Tyler, but watching this game, Eastern 18 shots on goal, Huskies 11. As strange as this is going to sound, Eastern's outplaying you at Dove. Just they have nothing to show for it, but it's just been a strange game. Eastern has just been putting heat on Jarvis, and he's just standing up on his head, helping the Huskies to lead in this game right now.
As I say, at the moment, he is my number one star. Heck, he may even be my number two star at this point.
He's all three of them. He's all three of them.
A good save there by Ball.
But what's your take on this? Doesn't it seem like Eastern is definitely outplaying?
They have been, and it seems like there's a couple of points where they let up, like that, the last almost goal by Washington, where Stevenson may not have given it his all to get back there, and those times are the ones that seem to be costing them. That and the special teams on the power play and or on the penalty kill, and then not being able to convert on the power play.
Right, but overall, Eastern is just really doing a nice job. They just can't get by Jarvis.
80 seconds left in this period. The Eagles will be shorthanded for the rest of it, and then 5 seconds into the second period. Very aggressive forecheck by the Eagles as Zakrajcek tries to get a stick in there and ends up leveling the Husky player. That was Cinderella. Now a foot race. Jarvis. Had Zakrajcek not turned around, that would have been disastrous for the Huskies as Jarvis came out to play that and misplayed it right into his own skates. And what a deflection. That may have been one of the better deflections that I've ever seen really at any level. That was something else.
Yeah, there's no way you can fall Ball on that one. That definitely made a quick change on him. Again, it's a great play by the Huskies. As you're looking at this right now, it's like
it was just out of frame, but it was there's some goals that are goalies' faults, and there's some goals that there's nothing you can do, and that was a nothing you can do.
Yeah, you just have to tip your hat to him. Did a nice job of basically swarming the net.
And we'll see who got who was credited for the goal on that one. But another power play goal. And they'll say no's on that one.
He did a nice job of cutting in front of the ball on that one. Good timing.
And that'll do it for the end of the second period here. Eastern Washington giving up a couple of power play goals in this period. Not the way that they wanted to enter the locker room. But I know that head coach Pat Hanlon's going to have something to say because he's been watching the same game we have, and the Eagles have definitely outplayed the Huskies up to this point. But Ball taking a little bit of time getting off the ice. I don't know if that's fatigue or if he caught a puck kind of funny. It looks like he's slowing down to talk to the coach on their way off the ice. And again, really, I would say only one of these goals is really Teagan's fault tonight. Or, you know, it was a goal that could have been stopped by him. Yeah, and it was that Cinderella goal from right in front of his own bench.
That's what's making this game so strange. I mean, if you're watching the game without looking at the score, you'd be thinking Eastern's up by 3 or 4. And it's totally opposite right now, but I'm with you. Right now, I'd give Jarvis all 3 stars.
Absolutely.
That's why it's 4-0 right now. No question in my mind.
And we're going to step aside for 20 minutes here in Cheney. We'll be back to bring you the exciting third period conclusion of this Thursday night matchup between the University of Washington Huskies and the Eastern Washington Eagles. And away we go, the third period of action here in Cheney, Washington. The Eagles trailing the Huskies 4-0, and the Eagles a change in net as the defenseman, Tyler O'Donnell, they converted goaltender, well, they converted him back for tonight. He's going to take over in the third period for Tegan Ball, who gave up 4 goals on 12 shots, and really, he only gave up 1 of those. Tyler Pisani here with Gary Allen, bringing you hockey live from the URC in Cheney.
That is a tough call because Ball did have a really good game tonight. It just, but maybe they're looking at momentum change.
And again, another big save by Bennett Jarvis. There's not enough words to describe his play tonight.
No, that's all in between periods. I was trying to figure out how you could even try to think about getting by him, and there it is there. A deflected shot, he eats it up.
His vision of the ice is not...
his lateral movement's incredible.
That as well. But you look at his stat line coming into this game, and it's
why I'm baffled by him right now.
Yeah, 2-3 record, 28 goals against, 191 saves, and .872 save percentage, which the save percentage, not a terrible save percentage.
But it's not that high overall the way he's playing. So it's kind of like, I don't know, maybe the coach told him you got to turn up your game or you're not going to play anymore. Something's worked for him tonight.
And now the Eagles with it. That is Zakrajcek. He's trying to beat everybody on the defensive side. He's going to play it off the wall and use his speed to get around the defense. Flips out front of Shadow. What in the world? Jarvis, another unbelievable stop. I thought that one was money, Gary.
Well, you know, again, I mean, I've ran out of words to talk about this guy, and that's what I was saying. I'm not sure what the coach in between periods could have told Eastern. They're really basically, they're held by 7 shots on goal. They're doing a nice job. They just can't get by this guy. But I don't know many teams right now that could. No,
he is definitely playing up to the caliber of even the highest team that we've seen play in this building. Maiko has it. He makes one man miss, but can't get around the second. And now Stevenson with it. Fires a shot off of the leg of Michalek. Maybe that's a technique he should start doing, bouncing it off players, see if we can get by this guy, because he is on top. That's the only way it's going to happen is if you bounce it off of somebody at the top of his crease and it goes 90 degrees the other direction.
And what I'm hoping doesn't happen with Eastern is that they get down on themselves, because this goalie's playing top notch right now. And so I'm hoping that they realize they just ran into a hot goaltender.
Well, when you get into a situation like this, I had a coach tell me one time, goals are like ketchup. Takes forever for the first one to come, but once it does, they just keep on coming.
Yeah.
And that's something that you know that Eastern's going to be hoping for today. And a nice move at the blue line by Simke. I'm sorry, that was Friedman. My eyes are failing me this late at night. Back down into the corner is Purley. Maiko up to Minderman, but intercepted in the neutral zone by Chiu. And now Nels with it. Right in front of us. Clark able to get it deep. They're going to make him miss, and a good move there by Nathan Clark. Went forehand, backhand, forehand. And still, somehow Jarvis gets there. Another shot. We're going to have a delayed penalty coming. They said no goal on that. It bounced off the post, but a delayed penalty coming against the Huskies.
Looks like we got a high stick, but it was amazing watching Jarvis on that one. I did think it hit the net on the top corner of the crossbar, but he stood his ground the whole time when all that chaos is happening in front of him, and he tracked it extremely well.
This is going to be Cinderella going to sit 2 minutes for a high stick.
But I'll tell you, Eastern, you got to give them kudos. They have not stopped putting the pressure on UW. They're doing an outstanding job right now.
Good job by Boring keeping that in. Shot fired, deflected into the corner. Shaw fighting for it with Lynn. And now with it is Boring. Boring tries to get it to Zakrajcek in the corner. Does. But bouncing puck. And that one is going to go all the way back down to O'Donnell, who mishandles it behind the net. No harm, no foul. Nobody there. Purley from the far side. Now to Boring. Boring back to Purley behind their own net. 90 seconds left on the power play for the Eagles. Purley, he's going to feed it ahead to Boring. Boring, a bouncing puck up over his net, but Ouellette there to clean it up. Ouellette all the way back to Boring in his own zone. Back to Purley through the neutral zone. Near side, Purley looks, fires a shot, can't get it to the net front. Boring to Purley near side. He's got a man up front, and that was a laser. Shaw's lucky he got out of the way of that one. But now here come the Huskies the other way. A shot and a big save by Tyler O'Donnell.
And a major hit.
And yeah, that absolutely was. After Friedman got rid of the puck, Purley put him into the boards. And a pass across the crease, and now Friedman with it again. Off of the skates of Cheney. Cheney having to fight off an attacker. But now the Eagles heading back the other way across the Huskies line. He's got Zakrajcek behind him on the near side. Puts it right out front. And Smith looking to use his skate blade to put that home. No kicking motion, but looking to just redirect that. And again, sent all the way down. 24 seconds left on the power play for the Eagles. Cheney's got it now. He's going to take it behind his own net. 15-10 to go here in the third period. Cheney up the near side. Feeds it to Smith. Smith cuts back towards the middle behind Maiko. Smith fires a shot gloved out of the air by Jarvis. With 7 seconds to go on the power play, we'll have another face-off on the Huskies' end of the ice.
Well, maybe your ketchup analogy, the bottle will start opening here in the next 7 seconds. But
just got to get one.
I've talked a lot about Jarvis, but I give UW credit. They have a good hockey team. Their players are real disciplined. They pass the puck real well. They have a good feel for each other. So just because I'm giving Jarvis a lot of credit, UW's playing a good hockey game.
Minderman takes a shot deflected behind the net. He's trying to get it back out front to somebody. And there's Smith. He's trying to poke it home on the backhand, and Jarvis wisely jumps out and covers it up.
But you do got to like Jarvis, though, for UW. But
if it wasn't for him, this would be a completely different game.
Totally different game. Eastman's done an outstanding job of putting pressure on UW. But I do like UW's hockey club. It'll be interesting how they do this year.
I know they're on at least our radars for the rest of the year. And that's why these teams play these cross-conference games. It's to get more exposure. And, teams like this, these two teams, any given night, really. That one right out front, kept in by Boring. Back to five-a-side hockey. That one's going to be sent behind the net. Minderman just out of his reach, and now on the far side, the lap tries to get rid of it. Can't. Michael tries to feed it out front to Smith. And another Husky stick gets in the way. Smith with it down in the corner. He dodges one hit, but the puck squirts out to Nels. Jeff's with it now. He's going to take it into the corner. Squirts back up to Maiko. A shot out front. Smith tries to jump out of the way, and what another save by Jarvis. These are not easy saves that he's making. Falling backwards into the net and somehow reaches his glove out there. There's a player on the back post that had he not grabbed that was going in.
Well, that was Shane Smith sitting there, and you could see him getting ready to wind up, and Jarvis just stole it from him. Good play all the way around on both sides.
And as a hockey team, you're right. There's nothing you can do when the opposing goaltender's playing that well.
Well, I've seen hot goalies, but I don't know if I've seen a goalie this hot in any league.
No, this was...
And I know I'm sounding like a broken recording, but this guy's just incredible what I've seen tonight. And you're right, as hard as Eastern's playing, I could easily see this being a 3-1 game Eastern's favor, but nope.
And a miscue there right in front of us, and Friedman's heading the other way. Clark got his stick caught up in the legs of his own man, Boring, and Boring ended up falling on top of the puck. Either way, that's teamwork defense.
We got a delayed on here on UW. I think it's Smith that's going in the box for him.
This penalty coming 6 minutes, 43 seconds of the third period. And you're right, that is Smith that's going to head to the box for an interference.
It's very rare you see a team that has 10 more shots on goal losing 4-0.
Yes.
It's extremely rare. That's why I was talking about how well Eastern's played. They just can't get by Jarvis right now. But they got to give UW credit as a team because they're doing what they need to do to win the game. So
this one gets back to Pearlie. Pearlie's going to wind up firing. He just can't get enough of it. And now again, here comes Friedman the other way. Not good enough defense there by Stevenson, but the shot not what it could have been from Friedman's stick. Stevenson with it now again, backhands it to Pearlie. Pearlie off of the wall. He sends it all the way down the ice. It was touched up in the neutral zone, so no icing. Ouellette's going to get there first. Some good speed by the senior Eagle. Out to Ouellette, shot fired again. This time off of the chest of Jarvis. That one a tough angle for Ouellette, but still a powerful, powerful shot right off the chest protector of the goalie.
Just keep putting it on net.
It's a numbers game, you would think, but at some point tonight, the numbers you would think tilt in Eastern Washington's favor, especially on the power play that's now halfway expired. Back with it is Pearlie. Pearlie off the glass. A good pass ahead to Ouellette. Jarvis slows it down for his own man, Lynn. Eastern Washington looking to get a change on. 45 seconds left to go here on the power play. 12 minutes left to go in the game. If the Eagles are going to try and mount a comeback, they've got to start here soon. Boring going to take it all the way the length by himself. Looks to go backhand top shelf, but just a little bit too tall. Stevenson able to keep it in. Now Minderman fires a shot, just a little bit too tall. Zakrajcek down low to Smith. Smith up top to Boring. Boring to the far side to Stevenson. Stevenson back to Boring. Off of a Husky stick, deflected right out front by Zakrajcek. And the Eagles able to get some heavy pressure on the power play, but nothing to show for it again as it expires. Zakrajcek puts it out front. Smith was there. Boring now winds up looking for the shot. Zakrajcek now taken down from behind, and that'll be another penalty for the Huskies as the Eagles look to get that extra skater on. They've got that sixth man on the ice. It's Maiko. Minderman puts a shot out front. A bouncing puck. And again, Jarvis somehow snatches that out of the air. And some pushing and shoving after the play. So definitely another delayed penalty on the Huskies.
I think Smith's going back in the box for a cross check, if I'm not mistaken on this. Yeah, it looks like Keenan Smith's going back in the box. He just basically got out. Yeah, this is a good opportunity for Eastern. Keep putting the pressure on like they have all game. Sooner or later, you would think one's going in. Out of 25 shots, that's how well UW's goalie's been playing right now tonight.
Oh, absolutely. The netminder in the gold jersey has definitely been standing on his head. 10:55 to play in this one. Another power play opportunity for the Eagles. Out there for Eastern Washington, Smith, Maiko, Minderman, Pearlie, and Jenny. For the Huskies, it is Cinderella, Chiu, Nels, and Lynn. Pearlie rims it around the boards, over to Minderman. Minderman's got it. They've got Smith and Maiko out front. Pearlie's going to think about the shot. Holds on to it, backhands it down to Minderman in the corner. Minderman almost loses it. Some heavy pressure there by Chiu. Right out front is Jenny. He loses it. A shot, and you heard that off of the side of the net. Very solid thud. Smith hurdles a player. He's trying to get it into the corner, but Lynn gets there first. Back up to Jenny with 1:15 left on the man advantage. Jenny skates it towards the net, fires a second shot, and again Jarvis with a save. I'm getting tired of saying that.
I'll tell you one thing, though, I've noticed Eastern, they're doing a nice job of cycling the puck in there. They're getting the shots. Again, they're getting the shots on the UW, 27-14. I'm with you. I don't know what else I can say about Jarvis. But they're cycling the puck extremely well. They got good. They look like they're getting 2 lines now for their power play setup, so that's good to see too.
Stevenson to Ouellette. Ouellette, head fake, heads back up towards the blue line to Stevenson. Stevenson's got a rocket. And out comes Jarvis. He wasn't able to get there as his own man took it away. Looks like he's got some baseball experience in his past.
It could be a catcher, actually.
The way that he's using that glove.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, he does have a form of a catcher.
That one out front, and again, another stop.
Well, that was a surprise, Tyler, right there.
Right? As much as he's using that glove hand versus the stick or his chest or his leg pads, he's definitely got some baseball experience in his past, you would think.
Well, then if you're looking at how he goes to the butterfly, that is reminiscent of a catcher. And so, yeah, I could see that now that you brought it up.
Boring back with it to Zakrajcek. Picks it up behind his body, fires a shot off of the skates of McCallick. Shot fired just a little too tall. Now with it again is Zakrajcek. He's going to skate it along the Eagles, painted on top of the ice. Give it to Stevenson. Now on the far side is Ouellette. Now near side to Boring. Boring!
Right over the stick side shoulder. And that'll be interesting. There's still actually quite a bit of time left, 9-11. We'll see if this punctures Jarvis' armor or not, but that was an excellent shot. Excellent shot.
Well, you could not have placed that any better. That hit the bottom side of the support in the back and bounced right back out. You don't get much more top shelf than that.
Now, Jarvis' reaction, he was a little surprised that it went in also. So now we'll see what happens in the next 9 minutes. If they can even get another 1 or 2 goals in this game, that will really help the momentum for this weekend.
Absolutely, and this there is a lot of time left in this game, but the Eagles have to remember that they do have 2 other games against a very strong opponent coming up this weekend. Clark's got it. He's got a man across the ice from him. He tried to pass it over, but that was Lynn who got his skates in the way. That was a power play goal for the Eagles.
But even Eastern as well, they've been put pressure on. They got a little more pep in their step right now also. So maybe they got a little life knowing that, okay, we finally got past Jarvis.
And a big save by Tyler O'Donnell, point blank right out front.
A little skirmish out there in the crease.
It looks like players just kind of got tangled up. Purley and Dixon. O'Donnell did a good job of reading that play, even with all the bodies in front of him, doing a good job of getting over the top of them to stop that second shot.
Yeah, he is a nice, and I really haven't watched him play, but he has nice movement within the post. It looks like he has some quick reactions also.
That one sent back into the Eagles' end. McKay loses it at his skates. And what the Eagles can't afford to do right now is give up another goal, especially after they just built all that momentum.
Even brought the crowd back into the game also. And so
Smith with it. He gives it to Minderman. Minderman takes the pass off of the wall, and that one off of the glove of Jarvis.
I like Minderman's game. He is just steady. That's the word I keep thinking about him. Good hockey player. But I like Z too. Zakrajcek.
Yes.
He's another excellent hockey player. Actually, Eastern has quite a few good hockey players.
They do, and like we've said all night, it's just a matter of a couple of bounces the other direction. I don't want to minimize what University of Washington's done at all.
Oh, no, they played a good game, but you got to call it like it is.
I think this game has been a little bit more evenly matched than what the scoreboard shows.
No question about that.
Boring to the far side. He's got Browning. Down low is Zakrajcek. A couple of players come together behind on the far side of the goal. Zakrajcek's taking the puck for a tour. He went from one side of the zone to the other and then finally got the shot off. Now with it is Boring. Boring to Zakrajcek. Thinks about it. Fires a shot. Deflected off of a player in front. Ouellette trying to get the pass back up to the top of the zone. Nobody there. Jeff's able to keep it in with 7 minutes to go. Eagles have a 3-goal deficit to overcome in the next 7 minutes. That one played behind Smith. Back into the neutral zone where Ouellette picks it up. A nice pass to Zakrajcek. Zakrajcek's got Shaw out front. What a move. Shaw just couldn't get his stick down on the ice fast enough.
That was a nice between his leg pass to himself, though.
And Ouellette going to bring it in. He tried to pass it back to Zakrajcek. Zakrajcek held on to it. Boring on the far side. Fires a shot wide of the net. Comes near side to Zakrajcek. Back up to the top of the zone to Jeffs. Now Ouellette. He fires it to the far side. Boring was crashing. That's going to be a delay of game minor. I'm sorry, not a delay of game. A delayed minor coming against the Huskies. Touch it up. And the Eagles were able to convert the last time. If I had to guess, I'd say it's probably a hook or an interference there, the way that Boring slowed down as he was streaking towards the far post.
Yeah, if I had to lay a guess on it, I'd say a hook. One thing I've noticed Eastern tonight, they do a really nice job. They have great snapshots, and a lot of people do not do that anymore, and it's a great shot to have because most of the time when you line up for a slap shot, generally it's going to be blocked, but Eastern's doing a nice job with their snappers. But it does look like a hook, though, on that penalty.
And that is what it was. The Eagles able to convert on the last power play. They'll see if they can work their magic twice. Smith picks it up right at the blue line, but not able to hold on to it for very long. It's knocked all the way back into the Eagles zone. That's where Smith picks it up. Circles in front of his own net. Going to fire it up to Minderman in front of the penalty boxes. Now right in front of us, a good backhand in by Purley, who's going to post up in the center of the neutral zone, take it across center ice, and fire a shot from inside of the center face-off circle.
I think maybe he was hoping to catch Jarvis sleeping on that.
And now with him on the near side. Purley with it again. Now Minderman. Minderman's going to drive it into the corner, look for somebody out front. Nobody there as of yet. He's going to go all the way back across, but Purley skates in just a little bit too deep. And Tyler O'Donnell going to have to come out and play this one, coming 2/3 all the way up his zone as less than a minute remains on this penalty. All of Eastern Washington back in front of their own goal. O'Donnell again sends that all the way down the ice. Into the corner now, bouncing off of the wall behind the net. Purley picks it up with just over 30 seconds left on the power play.
I have been impressed with O'Donnell on how he's playing the puck. He's like an extra defenseman out there, how he moves the puck around. Great stick handling ability.
And again, we've got those baseball-like reflexes from Jarvis, and I wish the crowd could see your reaction to that. You just throw your hands up. It allows for everything.
All I can tell you, if you live on the west side and you get an opportunity to see UW play, I'd highly recommend it because this goalie's to watch. He's just incredible. But going back to O'Donnell, I like what I'm seeing right now, even though he's had only a few shots on him, but he has good movement.
The Eagles able to let that one get all the way back up into the neutral zone off of the face-off. Shaw with it. Backhands it to Zakrajcek. Zakrajcek makes one move, takes a shot, deflected up, almost into the netting. Just a high deflection into the corner. Now, right towards the center. Tripped up as he's coming through was Stevenson. And the penalty is expired, back to five-a-side hockey. They're going to say no icing. And from behind the net, it's played up front into the neutral zone. Now with it is Zakrajcek again. He's got Ouellette behind him. Zakrajcek really looking to get to the front of the net, and a good pass to Ouellette, and he just couldn't get his tape to it. That was about as good of a true chance as we've seen all night, other than the actual goal.
But again, it goes back to what I was saying. Eastern to continue with putting the pressure on UW.
Shaw takes a shot wide of the net, swinging at the rebound off of the end wall. Can't get to it. This time sent all the way down the ice, and they will call an icing with 3:25 to play here in Cheney.
I hope that people realize just how interesting this game has been, because Eastern has a 16-shot advantage on goal, and they're down by 3.
Well, and barring, I don't want to use this word, but barring some sort of a miracle for the Eagles, looks like this one may be in the bag for the Huskies. Still 3:25 remaining in this contest, but the Eagles do have to conserve a little bit of energy for this coming weekend, because they do have 3 games in 3 days. Tomorrow night, a pre-game event against the Montana State Bobcats. Saturday, the Montana State football team playing right across the street here at Roos Field. And then after that game, we've got a post-game party right here at the rink as the Eagles take on the Montana State Bobcats hockey team. And we've got to thank Barrel House Pub and Pizza again for being a wonderful sponsor tonight. Remember, if you come down to a game, take your ticket stub down to Barrel House. You'll get 10% off your order.
And you will not be disappointed down there. They got a good pizza. I ate there 2 weeks ago when I was doing the game, and they have an excellent pizza.
And I do have to apologize. We didn't get again with that glove. We didn't get any audio on the podcast last night that we filmed out there at the Barrel House. We'll figure out why that was and work on that as we move forward into these weeks. But after that, I got a sausage and mushroom pizza that may have been the best sausage and mushroom pizza I've ever had. It was fantastic. So be sure to get out there and check them out. A good shot there by Michael off the face-off. And Jarvis with that quick glove hand again. I don't know if there's any college baseball scouts out there that are looking for, or some professional baseball scouts that are looking at hockey goalies, but they should be for reasons just like this.
I'm trying to figure out how he's not playing in some major junior league right now the way he's playing tonight. That could be overkill, but geez, he's on top of this game.
Yeah, he has been on fire so far this evening.
Right, so if you're a baseball coach, I'd take a look at this guy.
I wouldn't be mad to see him playing for the Indians here in the future. Out of Federal Way, Washington, 5'10", 145 pounds, so a tall, lanky goalie, at least according to the stat sheet. Looking at him though, he doesn't appear that way, and he definitely does move that way though. Very quick reflexes.
Yeah, moves real well.
Gilming sends it in behind the net, and that covered up by Jarvis.
People are probably listening to us right now trying to think we want to be his agent or something like that. But
I'm not saying I don't want that.
But this guy's been outstanding. I hope people on the west side go out and take a look at this kid.
Oh, for sure.
Because he's well worth your time going to watch him.
And we need to say thank you to everybody that stuck around this deep into this contest. As we got a late start tonight. Nice shot, and again, into the chest of Jarvis. We got a late start tonight. The University of Washington caught up in some traffic as they were coming through Vantage today. And then as soon as the teams were about to take the ice, they were actually almost completely dressed for warm-ups. And then the fire alarm went off. So that delayed the game by another 20 minutes. So here we are at 10:07 at night. 2:15 left to play in this one.
Well, the interesting about the fire alarm was that I saw a little snow out there in Cheney tonight.
We did, which it's too early for that.
Totally.
Too early. 122 seconds remaining here in Cheney. I know the Eagles would definitely love to get another goal in this game and maybe give them some confidence.
One thing I do want to say, too, the crowd stuck around here also for the most part, and that's been impressive also.
And that's something we've noticed this year. The crowd in Cheney is definitely, they've been bigger, and they've been louder, and they've stuck around. It seems like true hockey fans coming out to these games in Cheney. Shaw trying to poke that one in, knocked away from Jarvis, not able to get his glove to that one. Ouellette now circling back. He's going to wind up, take a shot. Stick ends up eating some ice on that one. All the way around, and nobody on that far side point as Pearly skates back, waiting for that icing call.
But yeah, give the students credit here. It was nice to see them stick around. It's been an interesting, and they've been pretty lively for the most part.
Yeah, I mean with the music going, half the crowd's still dancing. So
we got some little kid down there dancing too. He's enjoying himself.
Seems to be embarrassing his little guy there in the stands, which if you're dad and you're not embarrassing your kid, I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think his dad was embarrassing the little kid. Dad was enjoying himself, though.
Boring brings it across the blue line. Tries to beat one more man and can't. Yeah, Maiko streaking up the near side as we tick just about a minute remaining. Maiko with it off of his skate to his stick. Loses it as he tries to move it ahead even more. Smith now on the far side. Smith spins around across the blue line. Boring now. Puts it out front. And held up just enough by Minderman. And he held on to that for maybe just half a second longer. Jarvis may have been out of position. Little touch pass in front of the bench. O'Donnell stops it and flips it ahead to Stevenson. Stevenson loses the puck, but just runs over Friedman. Minderman with it now. He's going to fire a rocket. That one hit the glass and didn't fall again until it got to the bench. 15 seconds to go, and that is going to be all she wrote for the Eastern Washington Eagles tonight. A good game played by both teams, but the Huskies just too much in the first two periods for the Eagles, and a lot of mistakes by the Eagles they're going to have to clean up as they head forward into this weekend at the University of Washington. They're going to head over to Montana and take on the Eagles' first home opponent of the season, Montana Tech.
That should be an interesting contest, because Montana Tech had a good series up here 2 weeks ago.
And so I will not be here for tomorrow's broadcast or Saturday's, but you're going to get a chance to sit down with somebody that you're fairly familiar with. You'll sit down with Travis Allen, the club sports director, and your son here coming tomorrow.
That ought to be real interesting, folks. You got to tune into that, because both of us are going to be enjoying ourselves doing this game. Tyler, it has been a pleasure working with you. Hopefully I get to do it again this year.
Oh yeah, I'll be back for a couple of games. If you tune into the BCIHL game on Hockey TV coming up on Sunday, I will be a part of that broadcast. But for everybody here at Eastern Washington University Hockey, Joe Pumphrey, our cameraman, my color guy, Gary Allen, I'm Tyler Pisani saying good night, drive safe, thanks for watching, and go Eagles.